Today we'll be talking about virtual reality in the classroom. The questions that are presented about virtual reality are: is technology depleting educational funds? Is technology taking away from student learning? Is technology capable of teaching our children? And is teaching through technology the best way to teach children? Age of technology and millennials. Children outside of school have access to many technology devices such as cell phones, iPads, computers, and video game consoles. No doubt that children will know how to use or learn how to use the devices. There's absolutely no doubt children adapt to these technologies quicker than anyone else would. Grants and taxpayers' money. Taxpayers will not have to pay for the virtual reality devices because there are grants offered that will cover these devices with completion of some paperwork. Affordable alternative devices have been set into place. It used to be that they started out at $1,000. However, they have decreased in price a lot, making it a lot more affordable for the districts and or individual schools. Many companies that promote the usage of virtual reality in the classroom have created grants that provide 30 to 40 schools per year with virtual reality devices. One of these companies is called Nearpod VR. Nearpod VR has raised over $100,000 to provide public schools access to virtual reality-based lesson plans, branded Nearpod VR cardboards, which is actually the device itself, and finally teacher one-on-one support in operating these devices. And this is a quote that came from Gaudiosi 2016. This was one of the articles that I cited in the research paper. Grants. Teachers and schools as well as districts should always seek out grants that would benefit the school or the district. Grants are a great thing that people can get in order to supplement the funding that you would need to put in place the virtual reality. Virtual reality and students learning. Virtual reality implements individualized education and variation in lessons. Nothing will ever compare to having a physical teacher standing in front of you, but what if you can have the best of both worlds? The main advantages to using virtual reality are safety, individualized education, virtual field trips, cultural immersion, and collaboration. For safety, field trips and out-of-school travel is becoming more dangerous with the amount of crime as well as accidents that are occurring. With that being said, by using virtual reality in your classroom, you will be able to keep the children all in one area where they are contained and in a safe environment. Teacher safety implications. Virtual reality is also considered to be a safe technology for the classrooms because the teacher is able to set parameters to the lessons presented, and the teacher is able to put locks on everything except for the lesson that's being learned. So she's able to lock all of the other lessons before they're reviewed and after they're reviewed, except for the one lesson that she wants the students to focus on. With these safety precautions set in place, the students will be safe from any type of internet spyware and scams. Individualized education. The teacher can appear differently for each and every student, providing a way to teach all of the students in the class the same concepts in a way that each and every person would understand them and be able to comprehend what is being taught. So for each person using a virtual reality device, they will be able to see the teacher differently and be able to be taught the lesson differently based on their learning styles. Virtual field trips. You could take your students on field trips all around the world without actually having to organize a physical trip. Students can tour different buildings such as libraries and museums, or even go to the pyramids in Egypt, and they can even explore the ocean without even leaving the classroom. Physical representation is always a better alternative to a standard textbook reading. Virtual field trips can have the children explore the different areas and see how people live in that area. Cultural immersion options would really allow the students to put themselves in the shoes of what it is actually like to be there, rather than just looking at pictures and seeing the land in a book. Virtual reality provides options for collaboration in the classroom. Students can work together to create a virtual presentation that can be loaded and presented to the whole class. It could be loaded onto each individual headset so that each of the students are able to see it through their own eyes rather than the one student getting up and presenting in front of the class. Whether they're a shy student, that doesn't really like public speaking, they're able to do it in a different way so that they are not put on the spot. With virtual reality, you can create your own lands, lessons, environments, and provide a new way for project presentation. Lastly, virtual reality can be a really great resource for teachers to have in the classrooms based on the endless opportunities that it presents. With support from many sources, virtual reality is cost-effective, promotes student learning and understanding, and lastly can be used to teach many different concepts in the classroom. Virtual reality is great for integrating technology in education. The millennials need teachers to keep up with them in the technology age to better their understanding of the concepts that are being taught. Virtual reality is an emerging technology that should be considered by all teachers and school districts. That's the end of the presentation. Here is the references. And lastly, I want to show you the handouts that I created. So here is a form that I created. This is to be filled out by the parents of the students in your classroom, and this is just asking what they think about virtual reality. Before you actually go and implement this in the classroom, you should probably get their opinions to see if they even would allow their child to participate in something like this. The next form that I created was for the students to fill out, and this would be a basic questionnaire about, do they know what virtual reality is? Would they want to use it? What would they want to use it for? And things like that, just to get an idea. And then lastly, I created this template, and this is for anybody that reads the essay that I wrote, and this is a basic 5-question template, and this is for them to write down the main reasons for using virtual reality based on the article that I quoted in the essay. Thank you for watching.